right, who do we have here?
Anthony Ortiz.
Again.
I'm back.
And what did you do?
Top last week, top this week, and also beat YUGIOH in a grudge match.
Yeah, the grudge match. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe.
Yes.
Everybody share. Comment if y'all want more grudge matches, bro. I'm
100%.
starting to see everybody liking it.
I think it's fun.
It is.
Why not, right?
I think it brings a big competitive aspect.
Right.
But let's get into the deck profile.
Yeah, I'll do the shout outs, I guess. Shout out to you, of course, for doing the deck profile.
No problem.
Shout out to Damien because he's here. That's my boy. Best flute player. I called it out. Shout out to YUGIOH. He knows why. Shout out to the boys. Shout out to Casey, Danny, Christian. Shout out to your brother. Shout out to everybody at Cool Stuff. Cool Stuff's just a great locals.
Shout out to you, man.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. All right, so the deck is Mannadium, Scareclaw, Mises Fiendsmith. It's a lot of fun. So starting off with the monsters, we have 2 Starfrost, 2 Raychart. So this card, it was really good when Baron was around, and then Baron got banned, and it wasn't as good anymore. But now that you have the Fiendsmith cards, this card becomes really good again because it's literally a 1-card Fiendsmith combo just by itself without having to commit any other resources. So very, very strong card. I want to bump it to 3, but you also don't want to brick on it. You need to play a 9 in this format, so I just keep it at 2. And then the best, 3 Reamheart. It's the heart and soul of the deck. And we'll just put 3 Meek next to it as well. You got to play those. These are just standard for this deck. Combos are just insane again. And then the new addition, 3 Fiendsmith. This card, I know a lot of decks have gotten better off of it, but realistically, this deck probably benefited the most. And the reason why I say that, this deck, the reason why it struggled was because it didn't have enough bodies, and the main thing is that it didn't have a level 6 light monster that was not a tuner. Because Starfrost is a tuner, so even though he can make Amritara, he can't make Omega. He can't make other level 8s that you want to go into, like Axel. It's going crazy.
It ain't Yu-Gi-Oh.
Right, it ain't Yu-Gi-Oh. So this card kind of completes all that. And he can come back from grave again and make another card. So this card really completed the deck and allowed
everything full circle.
It brought everything full
crazy.
circle. It also protects it because this card alone in the version I'm playing can make DDD before I even start playing. So I can protect myself from Nib before I even start playing as well. So it's so versatile on what it can do, right? I mean, that's why the card is busted. But especially in this deck, it's really busted.
Do you think since you added that engine that you mentally maximize like the potential of it yet?
Yeah.
Or are you still learning it?
I'm still learning it for sure,
Okay.
but I think as I keep playing it and as I keep finding out what sides to play and what cards to play in the main, this definitely took the deck from a C level and brought it back, in my opinion, to A level.
That's what's up.
I mean, I played through a Imperm, Nib, and a Bestial, all with this card and the Mannadium engine, and I still made the full board. I still made the counter trap. I still made the Harbinger, Bestial, Dispatter. So it's just a crazy card. Really, really good. I like it a lot. And then of course the 1 Lurie to go with it. Got to play it. I played the 2 Bestials. They're just incredible this format, and they also are level 6, so they also help with synchro summoning with Meek. And then if you get shifted, these cards are insane under shifter, because if you can get a Meek level 4 just by popping it, you can special these by banishing the shifter, and then you can make Dispatter, and then just bring back whatever you want from Dispatter, and then you get free negates because the Dispatter because you banish the shifter, so it's just completely free. And then the last card I tested today, I played 3 Molt Charming in the main. So the reason why I played this deck going first is already like an auto win. So in my opinion, you want going second. This deck can't play a lot of going second cards, so you want the going second cards that you play to be like blowouts, like knockouts. So this is a card that can stun your opponent enough to where they pass, and then it gives me the opportunity to make my board and win the game.
So if they do play, you want to at least draw 1 or 2 going second cards off this.
Right.
Just blow them
That's
out.
it. Just blow them out, and then it will just make their board weaker because they don't make it as strong of a board. So that makes it a lot easier for me to break the board as well.
Definitely.
Yeah. So those are the monsters. Spells. 1 Rhoda. 1 Call By. just power spells, you have to play them. Terraforming for the versatility of it. Perloreno, Rage Phobia. This card is insane. This card is insane. The pop effect, people don't see it coming. It's so good. It's so freaking good. And then 2 Calarium. Since you play the Terraforming, you don't have to play this at 3 because you don't want to see this card at 2 in your hand. You can opt to play this at 3 if you want max consistency, but I think the deck is very consistent as it is, so I just play the 2. It's worked great for me. And then the other 1-ups for the engine, Detract, the Sanct. This card is nice because if you start with the Fiendsmith in your hand, you can search this instead of that, and then if they draw you, this one card will make DDD. So you can make a DDD under draw if you have talents or if you have any other cards to play with, then you can just make DDD and then the rest of your board, and usually that's enough to play under draw. So draw's not even that great anymore against this deck. We play the 1 Arrival. You don't want to brick on playing 2, but it also sucks when you draw the 1. Happens all the time. 1 Obsidian, and then 1 Imagining. This card is incredible at drawing like non-engine. Like if you draw the Perulia, you can just put it back with this. So it's just a great card, fantastic card. And then the non-engine 3 Talents. You have to play 3 Talents because when you start comboing and they use 1 hand trap, one part of your engine, you just rip the other one, and you just kill them. Game's over at that point. And then the traps are reframing because you have to play it. 2 skill drain. Shout out Gio.
Just 2. You would have thought it was 3.
Yep. I drew both of them, and I was only playing 2 against them. Slapped them up, and then of course the 3 import for a clean 40.
40. That's what we love.
We love playing 40. You got to play 40 so you can see all the good cards. It's the main deck, extra deck. So we have Lightheart. I was really trying to play 2 of this, but you can't. You can't. You just can't play 2. You have to play 1. The Requiem, fantastic card. Gets you into your Fiendsmith engine with the closed world. And this is really good because if you don't have access to like Visas, if you have a Meek on board, you just make this, you make that, right? And then you bring out the Fiendsmith, and the Fiendsmith is a light level 6, so it can tune with Meek to make this. So then you can just play your whole deck, even without having Starfrost. Cross Sheep, and the last link is SP. I don't play Apo anymore. The reason being is because you're trying to rip 2 from their hand, and then end on SP, Harbinger, Dissipator, Counter Trap. So if your combo resolved, you usually just win the game. I've never lost when I've ripped 2 and done that. Never lost. So to me, Appaloosa is just a little extra. You could play it, but I just don't think it's necessary. And then for the Exits, I play the DDD like I said before. This card's insane. Another great end board you can end on is this, Dissipator, and Harbinger with the counter trap set, and it's very, very, very hard to break that board. Speaking of Harbinger, I play Harbinger. You play the Necroquip, so this is how you get into this under draw. Or if you just want to make this with just 1 Fiendsmith, or if you just draw the Sanct, like you hard draw the Sanct, you can just make this before you do anything. So, before you even search. So it's really good. 1 Astrolabe. This has been really tough. I really want to play 2, but if you want to like make everything work together, you have to play 1. The good thing is that you can recycle it. I did it in one of my games. You can recycle it with Omega. So after Omega goes to grave, like if you link off with it, or it gets tributed by Nib, you can put this back and then summon it again. So that's really good. And then for the Synchros, Amritara, amazing card. Like I said, the Fiendsmith just makes this card even better because it can be made in so many different ways. Omega for the hand loop, Stardust, and Axel. This is mandatory. A lot of people say like you don't have to play this, but this is how you beat Nib. This is how you beat any hand trap. And this is how you loop 2 before you even commit to your full combo. So you can the combo is getting this on board with the Meek, and then you summon this, and when you activate this card's effect, if it resolves, you rip a card from their hand, and then you can either use its effect or you can just synchro with the Meek to make the Dispatter. And then now you have a monster negate because they have a banished card from Omega. So now you're protected and you can just play. So this is mandatory. Like, you have to play this right here. It's super good. And the last card is Chaos Angel. So I was debating between Chenging and Chaos Angel, but Chaos Angel is just a lot easier to make because you can make it with Fiendsmith, Rage Heart. You can make it with Starfrost and any level 4. He's also bigger, so he comes up with skill drain on board. And some decks just don't have an out to it, so I prefer to just make this. And those are the 15. And then lastly, the side deck. So I played 3 Cosmic. I hate Runic. So shout out to Adrian. I hate Runic, so
6-0, 6-0, 6-0.
I rather just have the out for decks like that. I don't like Lightning Storm very much. I prefer this because it can out things on the spot, out things in standby phase. I just prefer it over the other cards. And more board breakers. 3 Dark Ruler. This card was really good all day. And my favorite card, 3. Actually,
How many times did you do that card?
a lot. I do that card a lot. It's a really good card. This deck is really good because if it breaks the board, you just set up negates, and so your opponent's already committed to the board. So if you take out like most of their resources with this, and then you just set up like a counter trap, or you set up a Harbinger and SP and Dissipator, then it just becomes very hard for them to come back. You play 2 Shifter. 2 D Barrier. This is for the Tempai matchup, because I feel like there's a lot of cards that we don't play for the Tempai matchup. Like, this is probably the only other good card. And of course, this card's really good against it too. 3 Ash on the side. But that deck can like Mo Charmy you, it can D-Shifter you, so it's like kind of annoying. So I just wanted to have this for that deck to make sure, like, if I draw this and they Mo Charmy me, I could just set this and pass, and I know I'm living. Another good card that Adrian actually made me think of is 1 Day of Peace. I think 1 Day of Peace is actually crazy. Something I'm going to try and test as well. And then the last card, Baldrake. Baldrake was crazy today. Like, the Bestials today were just insane. They hit Fiendsmith, they hit engine cards, they specialed on board, they created havoc before I even started playing. So they're incredible. If I could fit this in the main, I would. But
Yeah, they definitely coming back in the format.
Yeah, they're amazing for sure.
Why not no more Droplet?
So I took out the Droplet for the skill drain, really.
Okay.
The reason why I took out the Droplet is because this format, this local plays a Tempai. Like, everyone plays Tempai here. And so with Shifter, with Mo Charmy, I just feel like the skill drain was better, because the skill drain, you can go into like Stardust and protect it. You can protect it with a counter trap, so it makes it so hard for them to out it. And it's just better. If I went to a bigger event, I'd probably switch it for Droplets, because if you have the Mo Charmy and Droplets, it's like game's over. Like, you go second, you win anyways. Yeah, so that was the deck.
All right, man. Well, thank you for the deck profile.
Of course.
Continue doing your thing.
We'll keep cooking.
You stay cooking, bro.
We'll keep cooking. Regional's coming soon, right?
Yeah, man.
Let's do it.
And I love the creativity that you always create with the decks that you play, and I love to see it more, man. Thank you.
I appreciate it, brother. Thank you. Until next time.
All right.